All right. See one. Are we live now? Let me see. Oh snap. Okay, I think we are. All right, cool. Hey everyone. Sorry, I'm looking at Dela's hat. Hey, so welcome to the stream. I'm actually really excited to have my fellow niggas here.
Already start off the jump.
Peace and vegan blessings, my fellow blacks.
The Council of Nicks. No, but seriously, no, it's great to have you. He's Cedric and Dela. Haven't actually met, so this is cool because I'm kind of curious of the banter we'll get with you. I definitely want to use both here because of our geek knowledge for Spider-Man and just the fandom. I know Cedric's a big fan of Spider-Man. Dela's probably one of the most knowledgeable people with comic books. When I first met him, it caught me off guard. I was like, why is this nigga in Tim's know so much about comic books? I was so happy about it.
Hold up. I was in Misfits, not in Tim's. I was not in Tim's. I was not in Dead Asses. I don't even own a Tim's.
No, but seriously, this is awesome though. And, I was for sure wanting to know everyone's thoughts on this, but one of the first things I wanted to kind of talk about is essentially what everyone thought of the film, but what did you take away from it that you came to your conclusion about the film? So like, for example, like I'll start off like with me. For example, like I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great film. Actually, it's something I would see multiple times, which is not something I would see at like I would say at all for films in these days. One of the things I really liked about it for a Spider-Man film is that it was an actual Spider-Man film. I mean, him being Spider-Man, not Spider-Kid, and like I think that was one of the first conversations I had with Cedric was, oh, would you think of Tom Holland? I was like, I love him, but I just would like him to stop kind of like acting like a kid for a bit. Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, everything's been his origin story up until this movie. So, well, what I really enjoyed is that, it was grittier. It was more dark. And those parts is what leads up to character development anyway. And you can say that in life too, is that, in our dark moments, that's when we grow. And we saw more rawness when it came to Peter, like even just fighting and the situations he was in. I actually really enjoyed it for that aspect. And it's doing something that films are trying to do, which it succeeded at, was with the nostalgia bait. I know that's just something when a lot of movies are being remade now, and they're using that to get audiences. But with Spider-Man, I think it did a great job on it. So, what about you, Cedric? What is it that you think about the film, and like, what did you take away from it that you came to your conclusion?
Oh, first things first. Are we doing complete spoilers? Because I said we're going to do spoilers. It's been like 3 weeks. If you haven't seen the movie, it's too bad.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're definitely talking about it.
In today's climate, even saying spoiler is like, oh, you think you're better than everybody. Nobody has time. Listen, like, yeah, COVID shutting things down. Bootleg the movie.
But definitely, in my opinion, it was really good. It was still nostalgia bait done very, very well, unlike Matrix 4. But yeah, this one I've had a massive problem with Tom Holland because he was supposed to be like 16, like he is in the comic books, but like in the movies he's portrayed like an 8-year-old. Like when he comes back, he's like, Mr. Stark, I did this, Mr. Stark. And it's like, like 16-year-olds are like they don't act like that. But like the last few minutes of the film, it actually felt like a Spider-Man movie. The last like 5 minutes, it felt like one. And yeah, everything put together, it felt like a movie made for fans, Spider-Man fans, and people wanted to see something else, but something old, and it just balanced everything very, very well. I can't speak too much right now.
I agree with you. Like you said, like I told Saul, like I got really upset how when they first introduced this character, and it's like he was a supporting hero. Like the first movie had Iron Man, they're supporting him, and then the second movie he had doggone stinking Nick Fury. Like he can't do this by himself. So then you throw this movie as like, now you have to do this by yourself. You had Doctor Strange help you for a little bit. Now it's like, yo, you're on your own because you have to make your own choices. So it was really good. I still feel like Tom has quite a ways to go. And I can agree with the whole, the Mr. Stark thing, and he's being excited. At the same time, you gotta think this is a kid who like idolized somebody, and now they're like saying, I want you part of my team. It's like if freaking the lead singer from Coheed and Cambria said they want me to be their roadie. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm be hyped up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I think more on that is just that it's just been a while though. Like him being excited about that. No, it makes like complete sense, but it's just the maturity. It just didn't progress as well, at least to me. Like now, finally, he is by himself. He's actually going. This is like his origin story. I'm more curious to see where they go to from here. But I will always say, was one of my kind of like always one of my complaints when it came out of the Spider-Man, which I think they did a really great job encapsulating everyone. And to me, what was more enjoyable about this is that it was just pure entertainment. I don't think that they really changed any character. Like, spoilers, yes, all the other Spider-Men were in there. But
We were right the whole time.
we were right all the time. And they didn't change anyone. Like I loved Toby, I loved Andrew. And not only did they bring people back, but they also added to the characters into the situation too. And I really appreciate that. Especially to me, what kind of stuck out was Andrew Garfield. I just loved seeing them all on screen anyways. I hated the fact that this was leaked out because I feel like my reactions to seeing them all come on would have fucking blew my mind if I didn't know anything. But
that would have been amazing.
Yeah, the internet's gonna be the internet. But I think as for I just think that that's just Tom Holland Spider-Man. I hear that he definitely wants to calm down with it, but to me, it's just it's just getting good. Like for him being Spider-Man, like it's just like, all right, you made your own suit. Now, like you're practically off the grid. Like Peter Parker doesn't exist. Your boy hasn't got a social. He hasn't got anything. You see him with a GED. He has no school records. He has nothing. So it's just like he's like Black Widow and Hawkeye's dream scenario. Like you don't exist at all. So now he's completely on his own. And I'm just really curious on where it goes to from there. But now I hear that he wants to kind of calm down from it.
Yeah, he says
Yeah.
that, and Sony's like, "No, you staying your ass here. You got 3 more movies. Shut up." Because put like this motherfucker got fucking, I don't know what you want to call it, blackpilled, because he been fucking around with Zaneta, and all of a sudden he's like, "Yo, the next Spider-Man, hold on, I gotta put on my hat," because he's like, "My brother's the next Spider-Man. We gotta bring in a black Spider-Man. I want to see Miles. Oh, we gotta bring in Spider Women now. We gotta bring in the Spider Sisters." Like, bro, shut the fuck up and take this money. Like, I get it. We're gonna see Miles. I honestly feel Miles is not ready to be on the big screen just yet, like in live action. He's doing so good with the animated version right now. Let's keep all that. Yes, let's keep that all animated, because there's certain things you're not gonna be able to do in live action. Like his Venom Strike and Camouflage is gonna look dog shit in live actions. I honestly think
It kind of will.
Shit.
It's gonna be like some Predator shit.
Exactly. Let's not
creeping
do
through
that.
the wood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Another takeaway I got from this was like he shouldn't fuck with Avengers anymore.
Yeah, I know. Everyone knew that shit was going on. Everyone knew that shit was going on. No one helped out.
Nobody for Wakanda brought their black asses over there. That black ass Captain America didn't bring his black ass over there. That one white boy didn't bring his white ass over there. And Hawkeye was just like, his deaf ass didn't bring his deaf ass over there. So
he couldn't
these
hear
motherfuckers knew. Oh, he couldn't hear. He was like, he could see. Bruce Banner, his big green ass didn't come over either. So like, all these people saw this, and nobody would have sat there and be like, we should probably help this kid. Winter Soldier should at least been like, I should help this kid because I know what it's like to fucking have your whole life ruined. And I'm trying to make a redemption. None of these motherfuckers got the news. And I know somebody's gonna say some nonsense, but he's still under the Sokovia Accords. But he's just, isn't Peter tied with the Sokovia Accords? We're talking whole like expanded universe. Yes, because he was on Team Iron Man, so he's with the Sokovia Accords.
They never brought him up though. Like when it came to like Civil War and whatnot. I'm not sure if he was, because technically he was like, he was an Avenger in Infinity Wars. Like he's like, you're officially an Avenger.
To join Stark's team, he had to have signed the Sokovia Act.
I felt like that
Well,
was
how
a
can he
under
sign
the
it
table
over?
type. Yeah, and plus,
Yeah,
I
how did
think
he
I
sign
think
it?
that
He's
was
like
a more of a
16.
yeah.
Doesn't
I think
matter.
that was an
Doesn't
under the
matter.
table type shit too. When he brought
It's
him over,
enhanced. I read that shit. Yes, I get
I
what
know.
I'm not.
No,
I'm
look,
not
I
nerd.
know
I
what you
sat
mean,
there and
but
read that shit,
I think that Peter
and he
legit. They could have.
enhanced.
I think he was like, put this nigga in a suitcase and bring him over. Like, I don't think it was official
Nah, I
having
don't
him there.
think so.
Hey, well, he wasn't official being there. I
He
don't think
was
he was
official
official.
being there.
No, I'm talking about like when you have like we have like Ant-Man and all these other people. It was kind of like out there and established. I just think like Spider-Man, they kind of just threw him under. Like it didn't exist. Like when the Sokovia thing happened with Civil War, like Spider-Man was nothing was mentioned.
Oh, it's like,
listed.
oh, because you're a
It was
minor,
just
we won't.
it was like Avengers only. Like dudes that hang out in the HQ. Like these are the ones they're talking about. Like at
No,
least to me.
the fucking thing, the document says any enhanced superpowered individual. He is enhanced superpowered individual. The Sokovia Accords went all the way into WandaVision because they wanted his. There was like you can't touch his body or bring it back as a weapon of mass destruction. So there's so with that being said, Spider-Man should have fucked with Avengers anymore. I hope this is the point where he goes, hold up. I hope in the next movie he goes, none of the Avengers came from my ass. None. You guys all saw what's going on. Clint, I can understand Clint because you got a family to take care of. You don't want to be involved in this. Okay. Captain America and Winter Soldier, what the fuck you guys are doing? Hulk, what your big ass was doing? Worrying about your cousin? Is
Hulk is
She-Hulk going to take
confused
place
at the
before this?
moment. I think
Hulk,
the way
Hulk
they're
better get
doing
his
it,
shit
no.
together.
Nah, his shit ain't gonna be together till She-Hulk. But
Fury. His ass in space watching shit going on. He could have sent a Skrull version of somebody down there to help him.
Of
Nah.
himself, like the second movie.
That's basically what he did.
Bro,
he
you
sent
could
a
have had
scroll version of himself.
Oh,
not the
Dela.
Dela.
No.
Oh, there
okay.
it is.
There
That looked
Wait,
funny.
wait.
we were like,
What?
oh no.
No, you froze for a second going like this, and it
Oh,
was
no.
hilarious.
No, why didn't that blind bastard Matt Murdock happen? Help him. He's like,
He's like, that's
I'm a
out of
good
my
lawyer.
league, bro.
he's like, I caught a brick. I'm a really good lawyer.
The
But-
internet ruined that one for me too. Cause he was like, "Oh, we're gonna need a really good lawyer." I was like, "Oh, Daredevil's gonna show up." Because I was going through Instagram and that fucking screenshot popped up out of nowhere, and I'm like, "Oh god." But do you guys have? Because I know we're gonna sack write this movie for the entire time. Does anyone have problems with it? Because I do have a couple problems.
I have
I don't know.
some problems with it.
All right,
All
yeah,
right,
you go first. You go.
Yeah, you go.
No,
I
no,
gave
you
my
said
water
because you
first.
brought it up. You don't want to go
The
for? All
scene-
right, Della, you
The
go then.
scene
All
I want to hear
fighting-
Dela. I want to hear Dela.
right,
the
yeah.
scene when they're fighting in the building.
Oh,
And he
'cause of
slams this man. He slams this man to fucking. You know how many stories they were in the penthouse? So the penthouse is the top floor. That's the 17th floor, and they were going down. He slammed that man from the like 6th all the way down to the 1st. That's 4 inches of fucking concrete and rebar. You telling me nothing stopped that motherfucker? How shitty are these buildings? That's issue 1.
It's New York.
Issue
They're blue cities. They run like shit, bro.
yeah. Issue 2. I felt like the Lizard and Sandman didn't really have much screen time. I kind of get they didn't have the actors there. They kind of just had the voices. But like with Flint, I feel like he chose sides at the end.
I mean, he was there though. I mean, they were there. Like when they
No,
turned
but
him in.
No,
No, but
the actors. They were all CG the whole time. And when
Yeah?
they turned
Oh,
back to
okay.
human, it was actually footage. It was
From the last movies.
so, yeah,
Really?
from like
Wow.
when he turns back human.
Did you
that's
not
from
notice
Spider-Man
that?
3.
No,
I
I
noticed it
didn't notice it.
immediately. I've seen it.
I actually
Yeah.
didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Wow.
As soon as he turned around with his ugly face, I was like, that's from the last movie. And when he turned back into Dr. Connors from the last movie,
Mm.
I felt like Flint started to choose a side. When half the movie he was like, I don't trust nobody. But now you're here with these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have kept your ass home. I feel like they fumbled a little bit because if I'm not mistaken, wasn't there Oscorp already in New York?
I could have sworn in Tom Holland's version. Yeah, but
There was an Oscorp.
Was
but
there?
not, that's the thing that I didn't like is that he said because like the Green Goblin, like, he was just like, "There's no Oscorp." I'm like, "Wait, so there's no Harry Osborn? So there's no Green Goblin in Tom Holland's universe?" Is what they're essentially saying because there was no. I know they're probably gonna have Hobgoblin because his friend, but the thing is like when he said, "Oh, there's no Oscorp," I'm like, I wish they would have said it was, and it's just like that's not me or some other shit, but. I don't know.
So,
It's weird.
so what's really confusing now is Morpheus has Oscorp, and Toombs is in there, right? And it has a spot. It has a picture of Spot Tom Holland, not Tom Holland's
Sam
uh,
Raimi's.
Toby
Sam Raimi,
Maguire.
Toby Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So my mind is thinking, did Toombs pop into another dimension? Did he go? But whose dimension is? He's in Venom's dimension. How did Tomb get into Venom's dimension? Why does Venom know of a Spider-Man? Or did things clash? Or did we have an incursion? Like nothing makes sense. So like,
Which Tombs? Is it the JB Novak Tombs? Because I know he was an Amazing Spider-Man 2.
no, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton
Michael
Toombs.
Keaton?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Vulture is the
Adrian
Morpheus.
Toombs. You're talking about Vulture. No,
Yeah.
Vulture. I'm thinking of what's his name? The dude in the wheelchair in the cartoon. What is his name?
Oh, I know what you're
And he-
talking about.
His
Is that that's somebody's
He's
son.
a villain. He's a villain.
He's a
or some
villain.
shit.
Yeah.
And he has like a
he's
weird
Oh.
shoulder pad
Oh
thing.
yeah. He
Yeah,
has the
yeah, he-
tentacles that come down like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. What's
And
his
he's like-
name?
Yeah, he was I swear, was he like related to Kingpin or Jonah?
He was
or
working
something?
with he was working with Kingpin in the cartoon, and it was him and the Hobgoblin were like messing around or whatever, trying to do something with Spider-Man. God damn it, what's his name?
Someone said Alistar
Smythe.
That sounds very. I think that is it.
I think it's Smythe, something like that. It's a weird. It's an S, but I know JB Novak played him for like 2 seconds in Amazing Spider-Man 2, and he just
So-
doesn't come back.
Oh, that's him. No, that's him. Yeah, Alistar. Yep, that's him.
Yeah.
Smythe. Okay.
So how does it? Because
Thank you,
we
Dan.
already know because of the trailer for Mobius that it has it's the Venom universe, because he said this is weirder than the stuff that's happened in San Francisco. Why is the
and then he says
Vulture there?
Venom. Yeah.
Why is the Vulture there? It has Andrew Bully
Toby.
Maguire's
Yeah.
Bully Maguire's freaking Spider-Man.
Wait,
So I'm
that's
like, okay.
weird.
So I'm like, okay, maybe during the final fight, people saw so many Spider-Man. Maybe J.J.
That's cool.
Jameson remembers the new Spider-Man, or is it a new outfit or something? Okay. So how is Toombs there? Like, why is he there? And he says, I'll be seeing you, Doc, unless it is trying to like that doesn't make sense to me. So I feel like Sony needs to speak to Marvel Studios and watch the fucking movies before they release trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
they're gonna
somebody
start
says fucking
becoming the
somebody.
X-Men movies because there's so many plot holes in those. Like they don't
Yeah.
write them continuously. They just like make a movie and then someone else writes a different movie and it's completely retconned. You see a person in the 60s and they're younger in the 80s and the shit just doesn't make any sense. It
Yeah.
just-
So, and it's all it is. Spider-Man is freaking Sony's child, and fucking Marvel Studios is the competent step parent making the
Yeah.
movies at the end of the day. So, would you not talk to the competent step parent and be like, okay, what are you guys doing for this movie? Okay, this is what we have to do for this. So they have to explain why Toombs is in the Venomverse. And my last problem with the movie was fucking the Venom. There was no reason to put Venom in that shit at all.
yeah, it was pointless.
Fucking stupid.
yeah,
Wait,
was cool.
wait, at the end?
Yes, that
I
was
kind of like
stupid.
rolled my eyes when I saw him.
I found it weird though. I mean, I did find it weird where it was just like, okay, so he was in another universe, or he's in this one, so he doesn't exist in Tom Holland's universe. So the Morbius and that Venom, they're also not in Tom Holland's universe because he had to tell, because he came from another dimension here. Didn't we talk about this before, where I think that it was like that I think that they exist in Andrew Garfield's, because Venom already exists as something else in Tobey Maguire's. So this Venom that's not in Tom Holland's should kind of, but probably the only other universe it would be in. Well, obviously there's an infinite amount of universes, but wouldn't he be in like maybe Andrew Garfield's? I mean, personally, someone literally just said it. I'm sorry, but like I really don't like. I love Tom Hardy, but I don't like Tom Hardy like as Eddie Brock or like
I agree.
Yeah.
Venom. Like I just I can't see it. So when that happened, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit more relieved, because I was just like, okay, cool. Because I'm sorry, I as much as I love him, I don't think he was Eddie Brock. Just like I don't think like that little Indian kid is Flash Thompson, which is probably
I hate that. I hate that too.
Probably like when you think about like castings, it's like to me them two are like the worst. But when it comes now to this multiverse thing, it's very confusing because I'm like, okay, then where did you come from? It's like, all right, now we're gonna get the black costume for Tom Holland, but
I don't think we're
right,
gonna get the black costume at all.
I think we're gonna see it in probably Secret Wars because they are going to make a Secret Wars.
I don't want to see a Secret Wars.
Really?
That doesn't mean
they
it's
brought
not gonna
back
be
the
made.
Fantastic Four and everything.
If I don't want to see fucking that dog shit Captain Marvel. I don't want to see.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
that
see
dog shit.
That Captain Marvel. That Captain Marvel is gonna be bad though.
Secret Wars. If they do Secret Wars, they have the fuck. We're not gonna see that till I'm like 55 because there's so much fucking stuff you have to set up. There's so many people you have to set up. You can't just have a Secret Wars movie like that with who, Kate Bishop, the new Black Widow, fucking She-Hulk, what the fuck is that chick from Captain Marvel? What's her name?
The black chick.
Kamala?
Yeah. What's her name again? What's her
Kamala
hero?
Harris.
Rambo.
Yeah.
Rambo.
Yeah, but what she has a hero name. It's like Spectrum or some shit. Something weird.
I mean, her name is Captain Marvel now.
Shang-Chi, who's I don't even know why the fuck they made a movie with him. The up guys.
Yeah.
Keep your Hong Kong.
Z,
That's Hong Kong Fury. I don't want to see Hong Kong Fury. I saw his movie and I was not entertained. And who else? Like, you got to set up the Fantastic Four. There's so many characters in that you have to set up and get going. We probably won't see for another time. And Doctor Strange is going to be behind all of it.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, you've had to have a lot of characters for Civil War too, and you didn't see anyone in that one really. Like, how many people were in Civil War? And then you saw the Civil War movie.
Do you feel confident with Phase 4 right now? Yes or no?
No.
Exactly.
Well, I do want to hear what Cedric, like, his problems with the film too.
All right. So with me, I have a couple. So everyone, Spider-Man goes, Tom Holland takes all the villains. All right, let's go into Happy's apartment. We're all chilling. We're all going to try to help each other and stuff like that. Huge fight breaks out. First problem, that glider should have fucking split Aunt May in half.
Yeah.
She gets hit by it, gets up, like she was like, nah, eat that shit like Scooby snacks, and falls over, then dies. And I'm like, bro, I'm like she's bleeding internally, like all over the place. So that was my first problem. My other problem is it's like, all right, all the villains are like, we're leaving Spider-Man. He leaves. Tobey Maguire shows up. Andrew Garfield shows up. The villains don't do a fucking thing. It's like they leave and I just like nothing happened.
What do you do?
Like
go to a bar?
No, I'm thinking like they don't show a scene of like Sandman robbing banks or like Dr. Octopus fucking people up. Like they don't do anything. I'm like, are they just chilling in an apartment or something? Or are they like just walking around?
Yeah.
Or like they don't show anything. It's just like they disappear and then they're like, all right, bro, we're gonna fight at the Statue of Liberty. And then they come back and fight. I'm like, they didn't do anything wrong.
They were just chilling. They were enjoying freedom.
yeah. They're like chilling at the bar, like having drinks or whatever. Like they just leave. And my last problem is also the thing with Ned just making portals out of fucking nowhere. This is writers just like I don't know. That was just stupid.
That was a filler. Like
they're gonna explain that for sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
No, they're not. And he's
probably
brain
not,
wiped.
They're just like, yeah, I can't do that anymore. The next movie. My last problem is the spell that Doctor Strange does. It makes no fucking sense. It's like immediately when it happened, I'm like, all right, the ending was really good. It felt like he felt like Spider-Man finally, but the fucking logic makes no sense. All right, I want the whole world to forget about Peter Parker. Everyone forgets about Peter Parker. He gets an apartment. All right, bro, you have no social security number. Every single article that was written about you, pictures, videos, photographs, did the spell make those disappear too? Like, bro, it's like, all right, everyone mentally forgot. I just Google Spider-Man. Oh, okay. All these articles pop up from the Daily Bugle. Are those eviscerated too? It's like the logic doesn't make sense. And he's going to go get a GED. He has no credit score. And I don't know. Yeah, it's just like
he has nothing.
It was one of those
Spider-Man
things
still exists, but Peter doesn't.
No, that's what
which
I'm
is
saying.
odd.
Like,
It's
how does
odd,
Peter
yeah.
Parker get an apartment in New York City with no credit score, no social security
It's one of those
number?
shady, dirty
I was about to
apartments,
say
though.
it's one of those shady ass people. If you give them
But
money,
wait,
you know,
wait.
yeah.
Bullshit, because you know why? That shit is
What?
right next to fucking Lower Manhattan near the fucking ice skating rink.
Yeah,
So that shit, so you know the rent right there is 2K.
Yeah, because he did go bad.
Hey, oh yeah, Dell, you're in New York, right?
I live in Jersey, but I used to live in New
Yeah.
York. So
Yeah.
where he was, because he jumped out his window and swung to the fucking area, bro. That's their fucking Rockefeller Center. That's their Rockefeller Center. Rockefeller Center apartments start at 3K for a hole in the
Oh,
wall.
God
So
damn.
how,
he
so how
must
the
have
fuck
robbed.
he
Oh,
better
sorry,
have
what's
money
that?
from Stark.
But
He better fucking had some
He
money.
I don't
probably
know,
robbed
man.
Happy. Yeah.
No, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because like who knows if the pandemic is there or we got
Shut your ass
inflation.
up.
So who
Shut the
knows?
fuck up.
Who knows like what period this is like in a in a universe where only fucking aliens and everything's fucking shit up instead of people with their pronouns. But yeah, I mean, one of the things that I guess I did have when it came to it's like I liked it, but then I didn't at the same time was with Peter wanted to cure everyone. That was a really Spider-Man thing. I get it. I'm not going to lie. When Aunt May was bringing it up, I was kind of in my head like, mind your fucking business. I mean, like, you just like mind your business. She's like, we gotta help him. Mind your business. Like, Aunt May, just do what you
I'd
do.
be like,
This is what we
who
do,
got
Peter.
superpowers?
Shut up. I'm just like,
Who has
shut up.
superpower?
That's what I'm saying. He's like, I mean, this is my responsibility. Oh, so you want to leave him? I'm like, what are you be doing right now? Like, just his reaction to, but it is a Spider-Man thing to do, and I get that. But at the same time, it was weird. And I thought in this I remember when Della, you brought this up to me. I think it was you when we were talking about the trailers and before things were going on, we saw like, let's just say Doc Ock's tentacles changing red and everything. I thought everyone was going to have a different appearance being in another universe. And
Yeah,
that's how they were. Yeah. And that's how, to me, that's how I was like, okay, I guess it makes sense that, Jamie Foxx out of nowhere has a fade, looks just like himself in his lightning is yellow. It's like, okay, cool. They're in another universe. But now no one else changed in that aspect. I think it was just purely to make a deal with Jamie, like, hey, you don't got to be blue anymore or be a geek. You can just be, you can be home dude with a nice fade, perfectly shaven, and we'll give you this
right
stuff.
there, hold on, that area that bothered me.
It bothered me a lot because you
Because
can
when
just
he
tell
came
blatantly
human
it was a
again-
deal between them. Like,
he
I don't want to
became
be blue
hu-
anymore.
When he became human again, didn't make sense. Like he just kept the same aspect because he started becoming that when he was Electro. So he disappeared and just came back. And he said, like, he said, he was like, yeah, I was beating Spider-Man ass. And then,
Yeah.
oh shit, I died. Like, electricity can't die.
Yeah.
You got absorbed.
I don't think he said he died because he said he got
did.
absorbed into. No, he said
No,
he
he said
got.
he died.
He
Why
said
so
he,
he's a nine.
no,
I think
he said he got absorbed by the he was absorbing energy from like the grid or whatever.
Yeah,
and
and then he
he
said,
just
I was
ended up
kicking
there.
Spider-Man's ass. And then he said,
And then
oh
he said
shit,
he died.
I died.
No, he said he was
Oh.
he was like, I was kicking Spider-Man's
Oh,
ass. I
watch
got
the
absorbed
bootleg.
by the grid
Yeah,
or
he's
something
like-
like that, and then I ended up here. That's what he
Della's been
said.
watching. He's been watching the bootleg. So I'm not gonna lie. I don't hear him saying that. He probably did, but I don't know.
He
I
got
have to see
clapped.
that again.
The man got clapped.
Yeah.
Because I know I remember he got absorbed. Because I rewatched Amazing Spider-Man 2. He got like absorbed by the mainframe or something like that. And he
Yeah.
said that was the last thing he remembers. And then he just shows up in the new universe. And I think he turned yellow because the other universe's like mainframe was different or something like that. Because you see him, he's blue.
Yeah.
Like he's blue at the
He was
beginning. You see
blue.
him slowly turn yellow. And they
Yeah.
Far From Home. I mean, No
Because
Way
it's the
Home.
arc reactor. He's drawing energy from Stark. Because everything, remember, Stark made all energy like arc energy or some crap. Or what? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but even Stark's shit is blue. If anything, he would have stayed blue.
Don't think about it. Don't think about Saul. Don't think about the Aunt May thing. They want you to be a simp. Just don't think about it.
What I really hope can happen, and I want to speak to like Kevin Feige or somebody at Marvel or something, is them to do the Spider-Man run of Identity Crisis. The 1995 Identity Crisis.
Yeah.
Because right now, Spider-Man is still like J.J. Jameson has him like Spider-Man is a menace. This man is he destroyed the Statue of Liberty. He needs to be stopped. And that's when JJ puts the fucking hit on his head and everybody comes for this man. So he creates the different personas: Slinger, Ricochet, Hornet, Prodigy, Dusk, and he gets those different suits, and then he loses them, and then you could make a spin-off of the Slingers, because Slingers is by far my favorite comic book series. Like, if you never read Slingers, read it. If you never read a Spider-Man Identity Crisis, read that shit. It's fucking great. Slingers was the first comic I read that I saw that they started speaking like superheroes with handicaps, because the guy who took the Hornet suit was he had the handicap. Like, he had a deformed hand. He was handicapped, and when he put the suit on, it made it he could use the hand. Prodigy was I believe was a drug addict who lived with his mom, and he was all screwed up. Dusk was a suicidal chick, and Ricochet was an abused kid. So each hero had their own like backstory, and they had these suits. So I really hope Marvel goes into that path with it, because they said they're bringing Craven Hunter into there.
Yeah.
And I can
Yeah, I
see
heard
that
that.
because JJ was like, Spider-Man, let's get him or some shit. And Craven likes a good hunt.
Yeah.
And they're saying Craven is from Wakanda too, right? They're trying to say that he's Wakandan too. They were trying to incorporate that.
That's kind of
if I'm not
weird.
mistaken, look up the article, but they were
I
saying
mean,
that
I'm
Craven's
not
gonna be from
saying that
Wakanda.
you're wrong or anything. I just don't know how I would feel about that.
Yeah, that would be
just
super weird.
But it's a
Because
white
isn't
guy.
it-
So.
Yeah, isn't it the
Isn't he
guy
like
who playing
Australian or
Kick-Ass?
something?
Yeah.
Wait, who's playing him?
Is the dude who is playing Kick-Ass? I was like, the first thing I said was like, oh wait, if they're gonna do Craven, Jason Momoa would be the perfect person. Someone was like, no, it's
Perfect.
Kick-Ass.
He
It
would have
was
been
like, I was
perfect.
like, what the fuck?
Jason
I was like,
Momoa
this
would've been
skinny dude.
He would have
Yeah.
been perfect as him and Lobo. Like, I'm sorry, he was miscasted for Aquaman. They just wanted to make his ass
but
look cool.
the kid from
Yeah.
Kick-Ass got Diesel. If you ever see
No, yeah,
you
I mean
see
he is. And
Inception?
when he was Quicksilver, like he was still like
no.
music.
I thought
Oh
Craven
yeah,
was
he
supposed to be
did
the
play
guy.
Quicksilver.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
No. I thought it was gonna be the guy from the RoboCop remake.
Oh,
The guy who
Rick
played
Flag
him?
dude. The
Rick Flag?
dude.
Yeah.
No, it's
No. Should have been
Quicksilver.
Scott Atkins. He would have been a great person to do that.
Put Idris Elba as fucking Craven the Hunter.
Look at me now.
Give me that.
Oh wait, no,
No.
he's already what's his face? He's the gatekeeper in Thor.
Yeah. He's a black ass guardian.
Wait, he got clapped anyways in part
Yeah, he
3.
did.
So, yeah.
Can we
It's-
listen, make Craven a woman. Craven's gonna be a woman now.
Let's just
Who would
not.
play-
Do you think? I think what I don't want them to do in the next movies, because I mean, we do hear now that they're signing up for 3 more movies. Is that for now? I want them to really still concentrate on the development of Peter, and then introduce these villains in just certain situations. I don't want to see any other web slingers. I feel like just because now when you look at Spider-Man, it really is saturated. Like we do have, if they did like Madam Web or some shit, cool. I want that to be introduced in some way, but I feel with Marvel, it seems like they still kind of want to get newer people that have been created recently. So like Riri Williams is getting a series, and we have that other version of Miss Marvel. Like these are newer characters, and they're already getting screen time. So I feel like they'll probably want to put in someone like Silk, or they'll probably want to put in, like exactly. You're making that face, but I bet you any amount of money. I bet you any amount of money to tick some boxes. Like, hey, we can bring in, Asian person that's
or like the
also
white
Spider-
tiger chick or whatever.
White
Yeah,
Puma.
Is that
yeah,
White
but-
Puma? Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
just
it's
want them
shit
to, go.
Oh, sorry. No. What were we saying?
No, I just don't want them to really so much give in to like, kind of like how Flash is so saturated on the TV show because everyone's a fucking speedster. I don't want everyone to be a web slinger. Like I just don't want that.
In Flash's defense, he does that himself because this motherfucker need to stop
still
going back in
fucking
time
sucks, though.
and fucking shit up. Tired of this nigga.
I couldn't. That was like my favorite show in high school, and once I had that feminist episode, I couldn't. Like the cringe, my spine almost snapped in half. I couldn't do it anymore. It was just like everyone was a speedster. Everything was about Iris. It was just not fun anymore. It was a chore to watch. I stopped at season 4. I couldn't.
I think I wouldn't mind seeing like Silk. I want to know how they incorporate that because the only reason Silk was there is because they got bit by the same spider.
Yeah,
and then he just
And then
dumps
they
Mary
got-
Jane. He
They
dumps
get
Mary
attracted
Jane.
to each other. That'd be
he's like-
really interesting to see.
Bro, have you ever read that comic? All you do is fuck.
Yeah.
Every time they're there, they're fucking.
He's like,
Bro.
I would love to see that.
It's just like, how am I doing? He's just like, yeah, we got bit by.
Bro.
That's a horny ass concept. Whoever came up with that.
Bro,
Oh,
when you first see the chick, she made her first suit like it's web.
Yeah,
She's like naked. She puts the web all over her,
It's
and
just
she's like,
web all over, and yeah,
Peter.
and they were about to have
He's
sex.
like, huh?
Yeah,
And yeah, he like
They would
she just wants to
never.
fuck. 'Cause
They
the
will
spy-
never
like,
do that.
I don't think that's a reason why. Well, I mean, let's just say if we do get Silk, it's that aspect. They'll be like, yeah, so we're totally not gonna put that in there, even though
Nah,
that would be
He's
so.
gonna have a
see-
shaved,
I want to
shaved
see
head on the side and
motherfuckers fucking
everything.
on web. I want to see some
How do you
spider
not-
sex. Spider sex. I want to see it. Look
No,
at me.
you're looking at the
I want to see
camera.
spider sex,
God.
Nah, you would say that we got someone named Johnny Sins.
Have him in a corner of the room, like
Johnny Sins came out of nowhere. It's like, yeah, I can be your Spider-Man. No, but no, that would I doubt that they were going that. I did hear talks that they wanted to make MJ a superhero somehow. I'm glad they didn't go through with that, even though they might in the future. They might try to do it. I would like them to put. I would like Black Cat. I'm not like. I love the reiteration of Black Cat and Peter, like Spider-Man in the Spider-Man games, because he kind of treated it like a, oh shit. Have you played the Spider-Man? Like you played the first Spider-Man game, like before the Miles Morales, like the one that's on like PS4. Did you ever play it? Both of you?
oh no, I played it. I think
Yeah.
it's asking Dela. Yeah, I played the shit out of the game.
Well,
Yeah.
Did you play like the DLC with like Black Cat?
Yeah.
And it was just like I love the chemistry because like she's like they were definitely like they definitely fucked before, and like you were hearing Mary Jane like hit him up. He's like, who's that? He's like, nothing, and it's just like
I
it's
can't
just
have a son?
those are Peter's like those were his days where he was talking about and Black Cat. It was looking bad and everything. I'm just like, yo, I loved it, especially
I
like
can't stand
because MJ
Spider-Man,
was an
bro.
asshole in that game. MJ was an asshole, so I
She
was just
was.
like, yo,
She had the
oh my
worst
God.
missions. God, I hated her missions.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I'm just gonna walk and sneak around. I'm like, oh god, I can't do anything.
Bro, I'm mad that this dude Spider-Man had so much pussy just fall in his laps everywhere. Like, bro, the minute MJ was giving me any game, I'm going with Black Cat.
He's like, I got Black Cat, I got Silk, and she's down
Betty Brant.
anytime. I know that.
Bro.
Madam Web, I know she's down.
Oh, and he still had the because that chick still like him when he was superior Spider-Man. Doc
Which
Ock's
one?
girl.
Oh,
No, she got back.
snap.
Yeah, because she still liked them. Because she didn't know Doc.
Damn.
Yo,
It's
Spider-Man
the
had
guy
game.
Doc Ock, girl. Mm.
Slinging all
Fellas,
that spider dick.
as long as you're smart, as long as you're smart and got a little bit of superpowers, get any woman.
He'd be playing off like he's innocent, but Peter can get them all, though. Just saying.
Word. Look at Deadpool. Sorry to go sidetrack. Deadpool ugly as shit. He still be smashing that hose.
Yeah, I mean, he keeps that mask on.
Yeah,
so
just
I
keep the
was
mask
thinking
on.
he-
Just keep the whole costume on.
No, I
it's
think-
a bit easier.
I think Canary likes it when he's not wearing the mask. I don't know.
That's some, all right. That's some just freaky shit. So he's like, she just wants to have sex with a burn victim. So like, that's on her to do that. That's a fetish I'm seeing.
So the Matrix.
Oh wait,
What's,
no, you
what's,
wanna,
what's
wait,
your
hold
guys' score?
on. Oh yeah, we are halfway there. Damn, you kind of segue into that already. God damn.
Yeah. He's like, I'm selling Spider-Man.
Yo,
dude.
yeah. You did on Spider-Man. All right, you got it out with. You got everything. Everyone said their
Yeah,
piece
yeah.
on Spider. Anything else you want to add
Yeah,
on that?
sorry.
Like when you say like you're looking forward to where they go with this. It's funny because I told Della this was I didn't tell you yet, Cedric, that this to me is my favorite movie. I'm talking about like out of the MCU. Even though it had its gripes, I enjoyed this more than a lot of other films. And I know the nostalgia aspect really dealt with it. And I just think it's because they executed it right. And it was also just, like I said, just pure entertainment. Even though, I love Civil War. I love like Infinity War and whatnot, but I really had a great time with Spider-Man. And it's funny because it's not even completely MCU. It's Sony in there too. And now Sony ain't gonna like go Spider-Man for shit. But the fact that they had to deal with this success, I'm excited to see where they go with this, because they saw how well this did, and now I'm thinking, and like they don't want to pull like a Marvel. Let's be real, Marvel's they're catering to one side with this new phase. It's not working out so well, I would say. Like Eternals was ass. I'm sorry. And
So is
Black Widow
Shang-Chi.
just came out. Shang-Chi, I just it was there. I won't say like I don't know, like it was forgettable
I
to
didn't give
me.
a fuck about
Yeah.
that dude at
I
all.
just
I
like
watched the movie. It
It's
was
like
Chinese
it
boring.
Black
happened. I'm just
Panther.
like,
That's all I just call it Chinese Black Panther. That's all it is.
I call it Hong Kong Fooey. I don't care. Move on.
I thought they were gonna really use his rings for something more important, like it came from the Eternals or some type shit too.
Yes.
But like, yeah, nothing happened with that. But when it comes to when it comes to this direction with Spider-Man, I hope that they add on more to it. I don't want there to be a whole bunch of like, all right. Oh, one of the things that did bother me, it's a small thing, is Jamie Foxx. I know they wanted to hint at a Miles Morales, but that shit got me annoyed. It was like, no, because like I would have turned the shit back on him. He's like, you help out the poor. I thought you'd be a black kid. I'm like, you out here killing people, nigga. Like you black. So I was like, we got black villains. Like, I was like, oh yeah, helping out the poor. I'm like, you killing them. Like, what difference?
Wait,
Like,
was he
I
killing them?
hated that shit.
Wait,
Huh?
slow
No,
back. Rewind it.
he killed people in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
No,
Like,
but
he
I'm
was
just
in the
saying,
lab.
I mean, he's
No,
a
in the
villain. Is he
lab.
helping out poor people anyways, though? Like, what
Yeah,
does
is he
being
giving
black
free
have to
energy?
do with? What does being black have to do with helping out poor people? Like, he's like, oh, you helping out poor people. This, I thought you'd be black. I'm like, you out here being a villain. Like, you ain't breaking no stereotypes, nigga. Like, it honestly pissed me off. I've
With
been
the
like,
taper fade and everything.
yeah.
I'm sitting here butt
I was
ass
just like,
naked.
you got here, you could have had a whole nother life. You just got in this new universe and you still fucking up. Like, what's going on with this? Like, you want to talk
hold
about a
up.
stereotype real quick?
Hold up. No. My hat gotta go on. My hat gotta go on because something just came to my mind.
Oh,
It's
stop.
Buddha
All right.
Della.
Yeah.
It's Buddha. Buddha
This
Della.
man, they try to portray the black man as a man who only craves power. My brother came from another dimension. He was like, I feel the power. I want it. I want it. That's all he cared about, the power. So that details, as a white man only sees us as people who want more and more power. Even though we have it, we got to get more. So imagine if it was money. All we want is more money. They made him look like a real ignorant brother. And I hate that.
Nah, first of all, he could have controlled. I know Jamie Foxx had to do with a lot of the decisions that happened with Electro. I felt like that line right there was straight Jamie Foxx. I don't even think the director put that shit there. I think that was just him.
Which,
But still, I thought,
you think so?
yeah, I think so. I honestly, it felt like a Jamie Foxx thing. It felt like a Jamie Foxx thing. But if you wanted to put in Miles, like I said, I'm happy for it. I agree with Della. Was like, I don't think we're ready for a live action Miles. If the way that they're doing with Spider-Verse, to me, it just wouldn't make any sense. Establish that or end that, and maybe put someone in, like introduce like a kid or some shit that you're gonna think be Miles. But I don't want Miles as the MCU Spider-Man right now. We finally just got Tom Holland. Like, he's grown up now, finally, and he's gonna be like Spider-Man. And I want to see that. Imagine now they just put in Miles right after they just did this shit. I would actually be really upset if they did that. Personally, I would be really upset. It's like, we just got fucking Spider-Man. We finally got Tom Holland, stepping in these shoes, and then out of nowhere we get Miles. I wouldn't want that at all. Like, I just want. And yeah, and just Jamie Foxx, it was definitely him. It was definitely him thing. And with him looking fresh and whatnot, that was his idea too. I bet you they were like, hey, we want you in this movie. But like, cool. Can I change some things though? And he's like, I want to be naked and blue anymore. And he's like, I want to be a nerd. Let me just be, keep my fade, just give me like a, just a nice spiffy suit and we're good. Because I kept hearing like William Dafoe, who stuck out and was great as Green Goblin. Everyone, like, he was like, oh, he gets kind of like a new rendition of the costume. I was like, you definitely didn't. You just got like a purple hoodie on and the shit was ripped up. Cool. I understand, but it wasn't nothing new. Like, Electro was like the only one that kind of had something new. I thought everyone was gonna have like different versions of their costumes, but
yeah, me too.
Yeah,
it is what it is with that.
I know they didn't want to like ruin the nostalgia factor of it. I know they like Doc Ock is literally like straight out, like, if you just finish watching the 2004 movie, it's
Yeah.
like not even like different. Like he slightly changed like his couple of his arms.
Yeah.
That's
and like and I don't know. I love him as Doc Ock. I thought he was great as Doc Ock. Willem Dafoe. I would say one of the things I did enjoy was the villains. You know, I'm glad that, you know, obviously not everyone can get the screen time, but Sandman and Lizard took a back seat because let's be real, like in the movies, I didn't really care about Lizard as much.
Yeah.
Like even Amazing Spider-Man, I was like, all right, cool. And then Sandman, I was like, all right, cool. He was already in a saturated movie. Yeah, there was other villains.
Too many, yeah.
So it's just like I didn't mind him just taking a back seat, but other than that, like yeah. But you know, we can get into it. I mean, I did mention that too with us like bringing up. I know Esteban said not to do Matrix, but we did put up there that we were gonna sneak in some Matrix because we're already
my
like
last
45
thing.
minutes
My
in.
last thing with Spider-Man was that this man, Doctor Strange, didn't. This whole Doctor Strange is a piece of shit.
Oh yeah,
bro.
Yes.
No, wait,
That
wait,
is kind of an asshole too,
point.
though. But no,
Wait,
you
wait,
know.
wait.
All right, go.
No. I want
Yeah,
to hear Dela. I want to hear Dela.
This man let a freaking Scarlet Witch take over a whole city, a whole town in New Jersey. Didn't blink an eye. A lizard was in the tunnel. Something they, like, then you wake up and go crazy. She took over a whole city, and you sense that energy. Bullshit, bro. He said, "I sensed something otherworldly in the fucking sewers, and I found him." Did you not sense something crazy going on in a town where witches were fighting? And you sat there and was like,
Nah,
I'm
he
gonna
was
make,
like,
I'm gonna make it
it'll be
snow.
fine.
Like, shut up.
He was just like, no, I ain't fucking with that. He was like, no. He was
said,
like,
"Nah,
he was like, this bitch crazy. No, I'm not going on that.
Bro,
That'll handle itself.
But another thing about Doctor Strange before we change the subject is that he's like, all right, the whole world's going to forget about Spider-Man. He's starting to do the spell. He's like, wait. I want this person to remember. He's like, oh, okay, this person remember. He redoes the spell. He's like, wait, no, bro, wait. I want this other person to remember. He should have just stopped the whole fucking spell, erase everything. I was like, all right, give me a list of names that you want. But they can't do that, so the movie can't happen. Yeah, he just kept restarting it. I'm like, nah, bro, part of it's your fault too.
Yeah.
That would have been the end of the movie. Like, he'd have been like, hold on. How many do you want to get?
I did,
okay.
And then like the credits roll.
Just write it down, bro.
Man. No, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna enjoy the next Strange that comes out. I mean, I just love Benedict Cumberbatch as Strange. I didn't expect to. I think he's a good Strange, but I'm excited for the multiverse. That's gonna hopefully just be a nice little bit of escapism too, because that's what Spider-Man was for me. But
I don't know why they got this star chick in there. I can't stand her character.
America Chavez or something.
Yeah, bro. You know what? Do you know her power?
Doesn't she like rip, like she kick holes into you?
Kicks holes in the shapes of stars in other dimensions.
That's
and she's super
stupid.
strong.
That's fucking
Exactly.
stupid.
My brother was like, "Oh, I'm soup that she's gonna be in there." I'm like, "Bro, I don't know who the fuck that is."
She
like,
just
I don't
does this.
know.
This is her power. It's a star.
That's gonna make millions in the box office.
That's it. She just kicks a star. Okay. I mean, I hear that she has a big part of it though, if it's with the multiverse. But I'm like, I know nothing about her character though. Like it's kind of like with Guardians of the Galaxy. When I seen like, my brother mentioned her, I'm just like, I don't know who the hell that is. When she kicks holes into dimensions, I'm like, that's a pretty big power. I still don't know who the hell she is. She must not be that damn important because
it's the worst
I don't
power
recognize it. That's just random.
Sounds like a sky high power, like some really dumb power they wrote.
Also, the power is random though. It's just like, all right, I kick stars into other dimensions and I have super strength. That shit does not even make any sense to me though. Like nothing,
I don't know how to even utilize that.
Nothing coincides with that though. It's like I'm super strong and I kick in stars. I'm like, okay, that just sounds random though. Like it does like nothing. Just nothing. Like one leads to the other. It's just random. Like someone just put that shit together.
Can she kick somebody in the ass and they just have a giant star?
Or turn
I'm like, literally kick your ass into another dimension, and your asshole's a dimension now. There we go.
That's like a black mother's like superpower. She's like, I'll slap you into next week and probably really do it.
Yo, remember this? We said that, so they make a black female hero that slap people next week.
Yo, that'd be great. That'd be such a hilarious comic panel. Literally just slapping there.
You never seen that in Everybody Hates Chris, the Chris Rock show?
He wasn't there. He was like, "You'll see him next week."
You'll see him on Tuesday. Oh, I slapped you to another family and stuff.
But yeah. So man. So it actually took me 3 times to finish The Matrix. That's never really happened with the movie. Yeah, I mean, I didn't rewatch it. I mean, it's just like I stopped and then I put it back on.
Here.
I was with Vanessa, and we just straight. She's like, "Babe, I can't do this shit." I was just like, we only made it 33 minutes. We stopped. I was like, "All right, babe." I was like, "I have to see this though, so we can like I can talk about this." And then like it was like when it was during the day and I fell asleep like another like hour in. I was like, oh shit, I still gotta watch the rest of this. And then when I finished that, I was like, I felt like I could have just kept sleeping and not really miss anything. But it's just yeah. I mean, well, I will say obviously I didn't like it. I will say, yeah. I mean, like it's just because everyone's just talking shit on that. But what I say, like specifically, it was just almost there was nothing really that I can't say that I did like about it. And I do like, the Asian girl. I thought, even though Iron Fist wasn't a good show, I thought she was a great character. I forgot her name, Colleen Wick or something.
Was it like Bugs Bunny or something?
Her name was Bugs. Yeah, Bugs Bunny. I've seen her in other things and I like her. And even though the black guy that plays Morpheus, I like him in other movies, but it's just like him in Candyman. And then in here, I feel bad because he gets like shitty. To me, he gets shitty parts. And it's just even the acting just didn't feel right. Let's just say like the first instance with Morpheus and Bugs, and he's an agent, randomly a fucking agent. Agents didn't even act like agents, first of all. And it's just even their lines and the way that they talk to each other, it didn't feel at all like Matrix. Yeah. And I know that they wanted to add in scenes from the original movie so people can connect. To me, they did that shit too much.
Where
it's just like you have to have faith in people. Like, okay, they'll recognize this scene or whatnot. Like, I get it, but the back and forth, those transitions, I really disliked it. And then the people that you try to pass off as Morpheus and Smith, I before finishing it, I heard a bunch of reviews and I really want to get people's takes from it. Everything that they said was good. I just couldn't find the good in. Everyone's like, "Oh, the guy that played Smith was great." I'm like,
"Oh no!"
I'm like, I'm not gonna get on him as an actor, but bro, like, don't call him Smith. Like to me, that wasn't Smith.
That wasn't Smith
like,
at all.
That wasn't Smith at all. Neither the dude that was playing Morpheus. That wasn't Morpheus at all. None of these characters were at all the people that supposedly they were portraying. I understand that they were another version or some other shit, but they like I wouldn't have called this guy Smith. I wouldn't have called this guy Morpheus. And it was just even the fighting, and it was really nothing. I lied. There was only one thing I probably did like is when they were in the real world. The brief moments they were in the real world, and that's about it. It was like
I didn't even like that.
I just wanted to know like what happened after. But yeah, like even the guy that played Smith, I thought he was like. If you didn't call him Smith, I thought he would have been a cool character, I guess. Even the villain was very, very lackluster. I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent of what I just didn't like. It just really wasn't at all. And then nostalgia, and then like they just kind of demasculated like Keanu's character, and it was just I didn't even like the way that Trinity was. It was just you can tell it felt like this movie was made in vain because like I know this chick did not want to make another movie. You can blatantly like with the meta in there and like just breaking the fourth wall. You can tell she just didn't want to, but I wouldn't have fucked it up that much. I wouldn't have messed it up that much where it's just like unrecognizable from the whole other like series.
Well, I don't know. She could be playing 4D chess and she could fuck it up so much. They already canceled the other sequels, so she don't have to deal with those.
Oh yeah, I just saw that.
I feel like that was the plan. It's just, you know what, I want to do this anyway, so I'm gonna mess this up so bad that like it's just not going to be made. It was bad. It was so horrible. It was so bad, man.
I feel like they kind of incorporated things from the Matrix MMO too, because spoiler: if you ever play the Matrix MMO, Morpheus was on this whole thing like Neo's alive, and the machines have him. So that's why they kept going back into the Matrix to get evidence of finding Neo. So it's like Neo's alive and we gotta find him. That was the whole MMO like main thing. So I was like, okay, I liked how they kind of
Oh,
put that in there because it said Morpheus was trying to find Neo. It's like that's from the
yeah.
MMO, and they kind of the machines had him. They were hiding him, just like the MMO. What didn't I didn't understand was did they go back in time? Because the first half of the movie, the first beginning of the movie, were they in back in time watching a simulation or something? What
It
was
was
that?
like, but they explain it like it was something that Keanu's character made in the game or something.
I think
Um,
I know the
But
original
why were they agents
trilogy.
there?
I
Doesn't make
don't
sense.
know.
Why
that
was
I
she
mean
able to pull the agent?
that scene in general, like even it started out like that, and even I was talking with Vanessa, I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like this doesn't make any sense.
They didn't really
They
explain that. They didn't
didn't.
really explain that properly.
Oh,
It's not
not really.
Isn't it
so
like it's a new Matrix that they made,
Yeah,
okay.
and
it wasn't Trinity. Like, well, the person we
But
saw, like, it wasn't.
so what was happening there? It made it like a go back in time because they were like, this is when it happens. Okay, this is it. They go in, they even go into Neo's old room. Are
Yeah,
they in his game at that point?
that's what I thought was happening because
Oh
yeah,
wait, I think it
supposedly
is.
Keanu, yeah, because Keanu was responsible for Morpheus creating. He created that
Okay,
version
you're
of
right.
Morpheus. Yeah,
You're right. You're right. So okay. So so there was as
a dead
there weren't
air.
any agents. There weren't any agents at all after that.
I mean, in that scene,
No,
I mean, there
after
were
that, like
agents.
yeah, no, they not really agents. They brought back the what they call them, the programs that were like the old programs.
I
What were they
forgot.
called? They called like
Dude,
S. There's
this
something with
movie is
E.
so forgettable. I can't even.
So okay,
Well, like
it's basically
the Merovingian, like the French guy, like you were talking about
yeah.
those. Oh,
So his they called something.
yeah, they're called something.
They're
Was it
an
the
old
Banished or
program.
something?
No,
Purged? No,
that's Halo.
no, that is
um,
Halo. But like they were purged or something. No, they were called something else. Whatever.
no,
Yeah.
they didn't get into the purge. But here's the thing. I probably have to watch the Matrix again, like I did with Age of Ultron, because when I first saw Age of Ultron, I was like, this is all right. The second time I saw, it, I was like, this movie's bad. When I first saw the Matrix, I was like, this movie's not too bad. I
Yeah,
probably
you
have to
said
watch it
that.
again.
I was shocked when you said that.
I probably have to watch it again. I what what kind of bothered me was that it was too many member berries. Like
Yeah.
remember this, remember this, remember
Yeah.
this, remember this,
Remember, man.
and
Yeah.
then Neo just kept going, ooh, force pushing shit. Like
I feel bad because like the thing is he is older.
He's
It
pushing
sucks
60. Yeah.
it sucks to see this because I know obviously he's not gonna move the same way. I'm surprised that they're even doing another John Wick. And I love him in that, but he's not gonna be moving the same way he does. But yeah, even just seeing that, I was struggling just because I love Keanu. If I could meet anyone and have like a philosophical conversation with someone, it'd be Keanu Reeves. And it just sucked seeing him in this because this is just I know he did this to be a nice guy because they can't do Matrix without him. They just
bro, you
can't.
could have did it so much. I came
They
up with a
could have
whole
done something, but the thing is, I know that they wanted to have him because let's be real, like his popularity, it's just of him being a genuine person is just way beyond like a lot of people. There's nothing on Keanu. There's like he's almost always beloved. I felt like he probably didn't want to do it, but the director was like, you know, the Matrix did
Please.
change.
Yeah.
The Matrix changed his life. It did, and like it really did. It boosted him up. So obviously, you know, he probably did it like, all right, I'll do it. Like as
I
a big
mean,
ass favor, as a
And
big
it's
ass
almost
favor. I think he's
impossible
like,
to do it without him too. It's like
yeah,
his face
yeah,
is the Matrix. Once you see him, you think Matrix
I think
and
yeah.
everything.
I think they could have did it different where they had a younger actor and that he's supposed to be a new program of Neo. Like the Matrix needed like the Matrix and the architects, they still needed a Neo. So they kept his code and the movie was about them trying to wake up that code because there's a new war about to start that we don't know about. Because remember, they
Mm,
said the machines were fighting machines
yeah.
because there was a faction, there was a part of machines that didn't want the peace. Like we need these humans. So they needed the machines and these what do you call them, the woke people wanted to get that they found that they read that there's a new Neo out there and we need to find him. It has his original code but he needs to be woken up, and then you spend half the movie fucking finding this kid, watching this kid and shit, and then you have the scene of some shit like they wake that code up and there's flashbacks of all the Keanu's and shits, and then you pull them out
It
the
just
tube.
sounds like reincarnation.
But that's what they fucking did.
Yeah.
Watch the movie. That's what they did. They reincarnated. They fucking fixed him and Trinity.
Yeah.
Fixed them up, put them back in the system. When you woke that kid up, you could have had that young kid in the fucking Matrix and then Keanu in the real world. Like, why do I look different? The code is different. Your code is now different. They changed you. Don't do this whole Trinity.
I got lost a little bit, but I think I know what you said.
No, I understand. Oh, or the younger version could have been the bad guy. It could have been him versus himself, but a much younger version with like everything uploaded. That's such a dude. My opinion of this movie, the only thing that I liked was that when they walked through certain doors, the gravity would shift. I thought that looked kind of cool.
Oh yeah, when he went through the agent. Yeah, I thought that looked cool too.
Yeah, like they would like shift like the whole like gravity, like that looked kind of cool. And then where they were having people dive bomb and try to stop the car, that was kind of cool.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
But everything else was so drawn out, boring. I couldn't follow anything. The movie felt like it was 7 hours long. I can't stand it with Hollywood with like I remember there was like a good old time when you saw a dog shit movie. It was like probably an hour and 20 minutes long. And like it was like in and out like quick. Now
like
they're
like
Resident
Evil movies.
Yeah, they're like, all right, they're like an hour and 20 hour and a half if you're like if they really want to torture you. Now they're like 2.5 hours long. Wonder Woman, fucking nothing happens. 2.5 hours in. It's just like I don't understand why they make them so long and drawn out. With this movie, it was just like nothing was interesting. I don't know why people like the Bugs character. I didn't find her interesting.
I was about to say that because
why do you think they like the think about that? Why do you think they like her?
I think people only remember her because she had blue hair. I think that's the only reason people remember her.
She had blue hair. She was the captain of the ship.
She's captain.
She was kind of like a lead.
Yeah, she was kind of.
But what's her personality? She had no personality. No one had personality. I didn't even like Neo. It felt like Keanu Reeves was trying trying to recapture that old like, whoa, what am I doing here? But it's just like it felt weird. Like watching Alfred Molina play Dr. Octopus, it was like he never left. It's been like a 20-year gap. It's like the same exact gap, but it was like he never left. Green Goblin, even a bigger gap, never left. This one, it was fucking weird. He was just like, oh, okay. And I'm just like, it felt like a parody of itself. Okay, it was just so frustrating.
The bathroom scene with Morpheus was just even awkward too. It's just like Morpheus, it was too much humor. He was too witty. And it's like that's not how he was. Even if you did like, let's just say you write it on him. I know he wasn't Morpheus, but just like Neo, just like no. And it's just like the way he was. It's like I know he doesn't know he's Neo, but like, bro, it was odd. It was just so odd. I know he couldn't capture that either. And I'm with you though. Like a lot of reviewers kept saying, "Oh, Bugs was like a great character." I was like, bro.
Describe one personality trait.
I'm just like, like how? Oh, she was a captain that wasn't willing to give up and to get Trinity. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, all right.
Congratulations,
bro. That whole ending with Trinity, I was like, I saw this coming.
Why didn't I see this?
Yeah, we all knew it.
I seen it coming. Why? You gotta have 2 1s. So they're the 2. They're the 1
2 halves,
and it felt forced. Like at the end, where it's like, all right, we have, like what's his name, Dookie Howser or some shit. I forgot his name.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Right. And it's fucking god.
And he's all right. And just Trinity coming out of nowhere, kind of like whooping his ass, being like. Just kind of like demeaning. It just felt forced to me. Keanu's in the background.
Is that gay bashing?
Huh?
Is that gay bashing?
You know what I'm talking about. But it's just Keanu's just sitting there with like the cat, and it's just like it just looks like some bitch shit though. It's just like it's her beating down on him literally for no reason because it's a fucking program. It shouldn't have any he's like cracking his neck. I'm like, nigga, you ain't real. Like what?
You can't even feel it. Yeah.
Like, you don't feel any of this. So like it was like that was pointless. And they're like, we just wanted to thank you before we go change things. And then they both fly out. It was
and the
just
shitty
like,
cover comes up.
I hated that. I wanted to shoot myself.
Yeah, that
right
cover
there.
was bad. Yeah, it was bad.
I was like,
just like,
is this a Rage Against the Machine fucking cover? Oh my god, shoot me, please. Whoever did that cover, that song, you should be ashamed of yourself.
You look so bad saying that.
Like, Jesus Christ.
You look
I feel
so
bad
bad
reminding you that was a cover.
Oh my god, your face was hilarious. I was
Dude.
like, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Bro, I heard it.
Quit music.
I was like, wait a minute, is this a cover of the Rage Against? Like, just pay Rage Against the Machine to make a fucking song for you guys. You hire some, probably name the band that did that shit. I want to find them and listen to the rest of the music.
You know what? It's funny because that's the irony of this film, though, because this film is like just it's like a caricature of itself. It's a bad version of itself. So they got a bad version of the song of itself too. So like this was just like a bad echo. It just felt like a caricature. It really did. It felt like someone who's a fan film. Like it was just a fan film of Matrix. Like this is all right. Let's leave this up to someone who's a fan of Matrix and see what they make. And this was literally it. And same thing with the song. It's like, all right,
let's give it too much credit. This felt like a high school play of someone making the Matrix 4, but they gave him a budget and someone filmed the entire thing because the editing was fucking horrible. The editing was bad. The fighting was bad. Mr. Smith was horrible. Like, though, I remember as a kid, like I basically grew up with the Matrix almost my entire lifetime. I was like 3 when the first one came out, played video games and stuff. Like, the first thing you think of Mr. Smith, it's a guy who wears a suit and he talks like Mr. Anderson. You're gonna fight now. But then you got some random young dude. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? I'm wearing a blue shirt, blue blazer and everything. Yeah, I'm Mr. Smith. Mr. Anderson!
And he got like the hipster glasses on.
I'm
too.
like, nigga. No, this is not it.
I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you. Like, I want to ask everyone. What to you was like your first sign of the movie not being good? When I saw the trailer and I just saw the guy go, "Mr. Anderson," and it switched to Smith, I was like, "That's not good. That's not good right there." Already, I'm already turned off by this. I was like, that's not gonna be good. I know this is not gonna be good. That to me was already like one of my signals. But I think it was the first 10 minutes, just Bugs talking to Morpheus. I already heard a lot about it, but when Bugs talked to Morpheus, I was just like, wow, this isn't gonna be good. If this is like the vibe, if this is the vibe, and they're both
like, this is gonna be a bad movie right now.
They're both great actors. They're both great, and like I mean, like this guy, like he is good. Like the guy who plays Morpheus and the girl that plays Bugs, like they are good. But when they were talking to each other, I'm like, oh no, this script was horrible. Like it wasn't good. I was like, that was my sign. But to you, like, what was like the first thing that you saw that was a big red flag to you? Like Cedric, like what to you was like a big thing?
My biggest thing was that I like a couple days prior rewatched the first Matrix. I could like prep myself, and I was watching it, and I'm just like, did they just they reshot the first 5 minutes like beat for beat, and literally when Morpheus rolls up, and I was like, oh, your men are already dead, and he said the line. I'm like, oh, so this is just gonna be a reshot for shot remake of the original movie, but they got too lazy and literally just showed a projection of the first movie in the fucking movie. It was just like I don't know. It was just so frustrating. It was just like when they just beat for beat just remade the same exact thing, and it's just two people in the corner watching the first fucking movie. They're just like, this is the same movie. Why is it doing this? That's not Trinity. I'm like, bro, you're not fooling us. You just reshot the same shit all over again. I couldn't. That was when I was like, the first 2 minutes, I was like, all right, this is gonna be dog shit. But yeah.
What about you? That's funny because that's Dela's line. Dela says dog shit all the time, especially when he plays League or any type of
You're
competitive
meta
game.
Why you trying to bring out my toxic?
This nigga's toxic. Play Halo with him, he's mad toxic. I still like playing Halo with him, but damn, he's mad toxic. But yeah, Dela, what about you?
I think I know the movie was gonna be bad when there was like fucking that whole scene with Morpheus in the bathroom, like I think this is the style, and I'm like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Why are you being so extra? And then the fight scene, that fight, and he was like, he had the whole Komodo shit. It's like, okay, you're being too much. I get it. I get
You
it.
being the most.
You got
And
big
look-
shoes to fill, so take it easy. I honestly think make that nigga Craven Hunter. Let that nigga be Craven Hunter. There you go. There's your Craven Hunter right there.
He could be Tombstone. I wouldn't be.
He should be Tombstone.
That
That's
would
a
have been
good one.
perfect. Yeah.
That's a good one. He's
But-
a huge ass dude. He would have been great.
I mean, I gotta watch it again to see. Maybe something tick in my brain. Maybe
You deserve a
Bro, if you
purple
watch
heart
it-
if you watch it again. You deserve a
Yo,
purple
I
heart.
would
bro.
like we should like I wouldn't mind doing it like on like if you stream that on
Discord?
Discord, but we can drink or something.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then, like,
yeah.
watch it.
But,
Do a high stream.
yeah, I'm still trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out like how is it a realizing you're trans movie. I'm still trying to sit there and figure it out.
You know,
I think it's
yeah.
Oh,
No,
sorry, what
I
were you
mean, I
saying?
don't know. I don't know about specifically that, but one of the things that I definitely caught on, and Vanessa caught on it too, was when Trinity was talking to Neo in the coffee shop, and then she was just confused about things. She's just like, "Oh, am I supposed to be where I am in my life? And like, am I programmed to have a family because that's what I'm supposed to do?" And it kind of threw in some
Oh.
like, let's be real, some wokeness shit, because it was just like, as a female, like, are you supposed to have a family? Are you supposed to do this and do that? And she said it in a way that is just like, oh, are we programmed to be like this? The thing that I liked about obviously like the past Matrix is that it was more of like, yeah, fighting against the system, but it was also opened up to interpretation on what people believe was real or not, like in their life. And from what I hear with some of the writers on this new one, they said they wanted to take the red pill back from being used from right wingers. And I just the fact that you're going in there with that attitude is dumb to me. You should always keep it open to interpretation for everyone. And when it comes to like when they say like the system, like when we say like the system, like everyone can see that as different. But when you say, "Oh, my program to have children and everything," you are specifically aligning yourself with one side that sees things that way. At least to
But-
me, though. Like,
But the architect said, like, he said, like, no matter what you do, there will always be sheeple. People will always fall in line, no matter how much you change.
yeah,
So I
an
felt
analyst, I thought his name.
like I thought he was an architect or whatever. But
Well, Neil Patrick, I thought he called himself. I was
Yeah.
the
It's
analyst.
like I forgot what it is, but he's
I
basically
thought
just
it's
the
not-
architect.
He
Yeah.
is the architect, but I could somebody
Yeah.
But yeah, go.
so I feel like maybe the director wasn't trying to go. She was trying to play one side and at the same time see the other side too of things.
Yeah,
Because that
noticed
line right there
yeah.
is like, it doesn't matter how many people you wake up, no matter how much you change, there are people who like to be controlled, and
They
those
want that
people,
security.
they
Yeah.
want the security, and that resonated. I was like,
Yeah.
in politics, there's a lot of people that don't care. Take the vaccine, just shut up and take it.
Yeah.
The people who say no, I'm not. Those are the people you need to worry about. But at the end of the day, people still like to be controlled. We will always have sheeple. So I felt like the director was trying to, like you said, with the program stuff, like, okay, all we program and design is to follow things because this is what society wants. But at the same time, society makes us in a way for us to feel comfortable so we don't question things.
Yeah.
So it was really to open both eyes so we could see, like, no matter what, you're gonna either not feel who you want to feel like, but you're gonna be comfortably being controlled. So you have to break that mold.
Yeah.
So-
Neil Patrick Harris's monologue, I agreed with it too, though, when he was just like, what I liked about it is like not a lot of people are waking up these days, and it's because people are so comfortable in the matrix that they don't want to. And it definitely resonates more now than ever. He's like, there's always going to be sheeple. You're always going to have people that want to be told what to do and have that security. And in a way, it's kind of, to me, a dog specifically on one side. And I saw that too. I did notice that when he was saying all that, I was surprised that it was in the movie. To be honest, I was just like, ooh, you clapping that You clapping on a specific group right here. I'm not gonna, and I'm digging this. I'm like, there should be a little bit, if you want to inject some shit, like not so much like politics or whatnot, but like they were always on like, what's real, what's not. But when it came to the sheeple aspect, like that's a big part of like the Matrix. I wish they would have expanded on that per se, but I did notice that part and I appreciated it too. It's not like I disliked Neil Patrick Harris's character. I just thought it was just odd. It was just random pick.
It didn't feel like a Matrix character. He didn't fit in the world at all. It was kind of like
Well, you gotta remember he made it, so.
Oh wait, Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, remember he said this is my Matrix.
But is that why Smith was so fucking weird and not Smith at all?
It's because Smith was made from Neo, right? It was Neo's version of Smith.
Smith was made from he left remnants of himself in the Matrix.
He said that?
Yeah, he said I believe so. I gotta watch it again. But I believe he says
I don't remember that. Yeah,
I believe he said like he
all
left
I remember is just like
himself.
restaurant, and then like when they talked, I was just trying to, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was just trying to like listen to him and try to connect him to Smith, and I just couldn't. Like when he was talking, I was like, this is not Smith in any way whatsoever. I couldn't take it seriously. I don't remember him saying it's fragments of himself.
No, he's a rogue program. He's a rogue program.
Yeah, he's
Smith
a rogue
was supposed
program.
to be erased.
Yeah.
He's a rogue
so he
program.
still somehow survived even after Neo, like after the machines killed him, because the machines said, and then the new Matrix was made.
But no, the machines never killed him. They said they needed Neo to fucking kill him because he's a program we can't control.
Yeah, but then at the end, I mean, he exploded.
It exploded, but he made multiple copies of himself. You don't think he left a fragment out there?
No, I mean, like, but the whole point is that, remember, all the lights at the end, they all represented all the copies of Smith.
It's code. It's code at the end of the day, bro. Think computers.
All right, now you're just getting on that. I just don't even remember him saying like he left fragments. I was confused on him, but even if so, a fragment, he was still able to kind of do bullet time with Neil Patrick Harris. I didn't get that part. Remember, like he wasn't affected by the bullet. He wasn't affected.
Oh yeah,
he
wasn't.
Like, he was moving as fast as he was.
Yeah, because he wasn't. Because again, he's a rogue program.
They wrote that shit. He wrote that shit like shit. No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying like that. It's just dog shit writing. That's it. It's stupid. Yeah.
I mean, when Neil Patrick came, he was like, "I'm out. I'm done. I'm done with this.
Yeah.
I'm leaving."
The writing was so bad. It was like the way to describe what the dialogue was like is like when someone is telling you a story on the bus and it's a stranger you just met and you don't give a shit, but they just keep talking and talking and talking, explaining things. And my brain just turned off like immediately. I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. I'm an hour in. I'm just hoping the shit ends faster. And I just couldn't. None of the exposition made any sense to me. And I didn't care for how the real world looked because it looked exactly like the same world from the last movie, just slightly more exposure and slightly a bluer tint. It looked exactly the same. I'm just like,
it was matte blue. There was blue though. I was just like, yeah, it's just blue. Did anyone else think that Jada Pinkett was kind of just pointless? Like,
yeah, that was just pointless. I was like, all right, you gotta take
how is she alive? How old ass?
They said it was like 60 years in the future or something like that. She was still walking around. Yeah, so she would have been like in her 80s or 90s. I'm like, bro, why is she still walking
She turned
around?
lesbian and she got that longevity now. She was slinging the Colonel. She was slinging Morpheus, and she's like, I'm tired of these niggas. And then she turned gay.
Was she married to the Colonel or some shit?
Yeah, she was deep. The Colonel was deep in her. And then somehow she's with this chick out of nowhere. I was like, wait, what? And to me, it was such a pointless thing to put in there, though. Like, I'm sorry, it was just a thing just to throw in there. Oh yeah, she also turned to a gay old woman too. I was just like, she was definitely fucking both these dudes. And like, even though she was with the Colonel, she definitely fucked Morpheus while she was with him. I know that for sure.
That is right. I guess
he was with him.
Listen, people change. People change.
She's living her real life because she ain't just messing with Will either. She got entanglements going on. So she playing the same damn character in the Matrix. If anyone noticed that.
Leave Will Smith alone, bro. Leave him alone, man.
She entanglements in the Matrix in real life, bro. Nah, leave Will. Will leave. Like, just leave. She's trying to say something in this one. She got entanglements. Now she's probably with other women. Like that's definitely
Oh,
going
don't
on.
do that to Will. Come on, he go through enough.
He
Can't make another
deserves so
crying
much.
meme.
I don't agree with a lot of his ideologies. I mean, when as a motivational person, yeah, he says some BLM stuff I definitely don't agree with, but he does deserve a better woman.
Leave him alone.
Keeps getting cut.
Oh man, that's not right. But yeah, still, she was pointless. Like, and then like, oh yeah, what'd you think of like, what was it, the good machines? I guess I was confused by them as well. But
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like they could have had a whole faction. Like I could
that's
have.
true. They
I'm
could
gonna
have like
speak to this lady.
yeah, like the war, the machines against like yeah, that could have been something there.
I want to speak to this lady. I want to speak to this lady and say, listen, I could save this franchise. Just please trust me. I'm a black man.
You could
I
be
know
a
how to save your
diversity
franchise.
hire. Like
You
that's
can,
I
you
can
can
save
be
the money.
Morpheus.
Because at the end of the day, you set up that there's two factions of the machines, so you should still those machines should still be able to want to fight inside the matrix. Like you should still probably have agents. Don't even call them agents anymore.
yeah.
Don't call them that. Call them something else. And all they're doing is stopping people from waking up because they probably see like they're losing energy sources. Because at the end of the day, remember, people being woken up is a one less battery for them.
Yeah, exactly.
And remember, she said like when there's scarcity, it creates war.
Yeah.
So there's a faction of machines, and you can put your political thing in there too. The faction that wants to keep people under control, or right wings, the people that want to be woke, or left wing. You can put that all together.
That's
Call the
definitely
new
not how it is. But yeah.
Call the new ones. Don't call them agents. Call them fucking, I don't know,
Sentinels.
enforcers or the sentinels, the sentinel beings. And now they're staying there. They're stopping people from waking up. And now they're able to freaking grab people back and put them back in to the matrix. They found a way.
They could have done a way better story with that. I
And
would have
they
liked to
get-
see more programs on their side, like Seraph. That was in the other one. I would have loved for us to see him.
And
But
don't have Neo and Trinity. Neo and Trinity is gone. This is a whole new thing of Matrix. Neo and Trinity are a thing. They're the fucking. That was the blueprint of things. There's no more of that. It's just people trying to fucking actually wake other people up and trying to get humanity and humans to to be together. But there's machines that don't.
The Revolutions would be like the last one to me. Like I'm going to try and pretend that this one didn't exist because that was a way. It was just a better ending.
It just goes back and just retroactively ruin like the other ones too.
It didn't add anything.
Didn't Neil Patrick Harris say that like having them stressed out also produce more battery power for the machines? Also, didn't he say that?
He said something that it produced. I forgot what it was. I forgot what he did say. Something produced more battery, kind of like life. I thought it was making him happier? Was it that?
No, I thought it was keeping them apart. Like it's
them-
stressing them out. It was something about stressing them out. You produce more power. It was something to that effect. So it would have made more sense if they wanted to make it like a political movie. It's like have everyone like in the Matrix beefing with each other. It's like, all right, everyone. Now we invented this the cell phone. Everyone's attached to like online. People are infighting constantly, and now we have all these people completely stressed out. It produces more power for us. Or they like create like a actual war, like a war inside the Matrix. Everyone's stressed out about that. They produce more battery power or whatever. But it's like they didn't do anything interesting. It was just like they just kept explaining shit of like, all right, this is why it took us 20 years to do it, and this is what happened, and none of it's interesting. But yeah,
we should write the next Matrix movie.
Anyone could write a better movie. Anyone, I could do it in crayon. Oh my god! But the one thing that really
Michael Bay.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. That's what I didn't like the machine, like the good machines design. I'm like, they look like shitty Transformers, like the little tiny ones from like the second one. I'm like, these look like shit Transformers. But the thing that pissed me off, that one chick with the she looked more attractive outside of the Matrix instead of in. She had like fucking 6 haircuts. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I think I know who you're talking
she had,
about.
like, a perm on one side.
Didn't she like
braided
she
one
loved
side.
Trinity? Wasn't Trinity like her idol or something? Didn't she talk with Neo at the end?
Bro, I don't remember. All I remember,
I think it was her. Yeah,
she had like the tattoo was kind of like she had like a tattoo on her chest, and it was kind of like tendrils coming out or something. Like it
I know
looked
you're
like
talking about. Yeah,
I forgot. I don't remember what her fucking name was, but she had like 6 fucking haircuts like on her head, like in the Matrix. Like it's permed on this side, then it's slicked on this side, it's braided on this side, just clips on it, and I'm just like, what the fuck is that? I was like,
That's the
bro, I was
Matrix,
like,
baby.
it looked like dog shit. She looked way better outside the Matrix. I'm like, how do you even do that? I don't even know. But that really just annoyed me. It's her haircut. But yeah, this movie was trash.
I gotta watch it again.
Dude, I don't know how you're gonna do it.
I don't know how you're gonna do that, bro.
That's 5 hours of your life
I
you'll never
watched
get back.
the Justice League movie Schneider's Cut twice. No, 3 times.
Damn.
That was actually good. After you
Yeah,
said
but
that he
3
freezes.
times. That's a long ass damn movie.
That's
Oh,
12
man.
hours. That's
What's the
actually
worst that
not
can
that.
happen?
That was actually pretty good.
I would have loved to see a trilogy for his Zack Snyder's Justice League. To
Yeah,
see
we're not
we
getting
would have
it.
went with it.
We're
What?
not getting it.
Oh hell no,
We're not
no,
getting
that's
it.
not happening. No.
WB is like, money? We don't like it.
They're so
Well,
dumb
they
with that
lost
shit.
like what 200 million on this one.
Did
They
they?
hate making money. Yeah, they lost like a fuck ton. Like this movie made no money.
Shit.
Yeah,
better
I
not
watched the quartering. Yeah,
If they want to lose more money, they better not go through with that Black Superman. I'm telling you, because that shit is
they
not gonna
love
make
burning
them
it, man. They
They're-
made Superman
not
gay.
gonna
You're
make-
gonna get Black Superman.
Bro, they're
Wonder
doing it
Woman
with
was
fucking what's it?
trashed.
J.J. Abrams. It's just like this guy's fucking up things. It's just like
Bro.
don't do it, bro. Just
Disney,
don't
Fail
do it.
upwards, man.
use your money, buy it, buy DC, Disney company, and go, I'm collecting you, and add them into your Infinity Gauntlet of networks. That's all
That's
they
just
need.
too powerful. They'll be too powerful. I'm sorry. It's scary when people get like fucking Disney owning everything. See, that's why some people get on capitalism when it comes to that shit. But I'm just like, I mean, I think anyone else would benefit from
Yes.
taking from Warner Brothers like this. I'm sorry, DC's just fucking up now.
Who gonna take it?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Oh wait, Eric July. Yeah, I know you.
That's
would buy
true.
it.
I want Eric to. Oh man, I can't wait till he starts up his stuff, man.
Dude, I wanna
we're
work
gonna
on
be
his
champion
comics
that.
so badly, bro.
If I could do anything
told-
for free, I would do.
I told Saul all the heroes I could come
Yeah.
up with on the fly.
Della
I
got
got
some.
heroes
He got
on the
some great
fly.
concepts. Man.
And if you want them to be more human, easy.
Yeah.
I don't even have to. I make them disabled, black, gay. I make them anyway.
Are they gonna kick
But they hit-
stars into different dimensions?
Yeah.
That'd be some
Just
dumbass
rip off
power.
other powers.
I mean, do you ever watch the show Misfits?
I did not watch. Is that with the
No.
X-Men? X-Men
No.
Misfits? Oh,
No.
no.
That's no. There's a show. Look it up. It's on BBC. It wasn't BBC. It's probably on Hulu now. It's called Misfits, and it's about these kids that got power. There's delinquent kids who gets powers and shit.
Damn,
But
that's
there was
messed up.
one guy. There was one guy who could take your power, but in order for him to take your power, he has to have sex with you. So
okay.
So there's a scene. There's a scene where this guy has a power and he's flying around picking people up and dropping them. He's killing them. He's like swooping in, grabbing them, and dropping them. So his friend goes, "Listen, you have to jump on his back and fuck him in the ass and get his power." So in the scene, he waits for the guy. He jumps the guy's back. The guy's flying. He rips his pants down, has sex with the guy. The guy then him and the guy fall in the water. Watch Misfits. Tell you.
No. Oh my god.
They don't
no.
show it. They don't show it. But you see them like, he's really doing it. He's fucking in the ass.
No.
The way how he pitches the show, there's a rape scene. Watch
There's a
it.
rape scene. Yeah, that's rape.
But no. There's also a girl who's like, each of the powers that the kids get is off their personality. So
How's that off his personality?
there's no, but just hear me out. So there's one guy who's like a track star. He gets in like a situation, but he loses his scholarship. So his power is time reversal because he wants to constantly go back in time and fix his mistake. There's another kid who's like the awkward kid who doesn't like people make fun of him. His power is he could turn invisible because he feels invisible to a lot of people, so he turns invisible. There's this one girl, she's like the school slut or something, but she really only slept with like one guy. But like she plays up, okay, if they think I'm a slut, I'm a slut. If you touch her, you become hypersexual active. So like a guy would touch you and go, oh, I want to fuck the shit out of you. I want to do all these things to you.
Wow.
Then you
Oh,
then you
that
have
thing would
this
just
one.
nut in their pants.
I
Then
know
you
that
have
would
this.
have been funny if she just made people nut like the second she
Then you
touched.
have this one girl. The people call her stupid. They call her a moron and stuff. But she's like,
A genius.
she has a power that like she can understand machines all of a sudden. So like each power, so like these kids got these powers based on kind of like their personalities and their downfalls. And I thought that was really cool. When you start getting to like the later seasons, that's when you have the guy having sex with people, taking their powers, and then like
Is that when you
the
stop
ki-
watching?
the kid, the kid who was a track star, he gets a power where he could change his gender. He becomes a woman. Yeah, they switch their
How's
powers
that?
because.
How's that have to do with his personality?
But no, but it, like I said, at the later episodes, everything just starts switching because they don't want these powers anymore. They want to change it. So he gets the power to become a woman, ends up impregnating himself. Freaking the guy who felt invisible, a future version of him came into the seasons. A future version came and was like, showed him like, your future is different. You're with this girl, but these things have to be done. So he gets a power of foresight. So he becomes like this parkour badass, but his power allows him to see outcomes of stuff. So he'll look, see his outcome, and go, okay, I got to change it.
But he can still turn invisible.
No, he can't. He loses that. Once you switch your powers, that's it. The
Oh,
guy,
you switch with
the guy who takes your powers also is able to switch powers. So he has like so it's a lot goes into it. Like I'm telling you, if you find the show, give it a shot. It's called Misfits. It's a BBC
Misfits.
show.
BBC.
Watch it out.
Don't Google that now.
It might.
Gotta go on safe mode.
If I'm not mistaken, it's on Hulu. If I'm not mistaken, it's on Hulu. Because Hulu picked up the final season.
That's funny.
Oh, it's on
Yeah,
Amazon also. Ooh.
But is it on Hulu still?
Hulu?
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
It
It's
says
on Hulu.
if you have a premium subscription, and if you have like Pluto TV, it's on there too.
Oh, but if you have Amazon, oh yeah, Amazon has it.
All right.
So yo, give it a watch.
Right. All right.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we
You'll be
actually
happy.
on Snap. So we came up to like an hour 30. I was happy to actually talk about this. And yeah, Della, I definitely got to talk to you about something soon. So I'll hit you up about that. But no, thank you so much. Especially, I know I was gonna try and do this Friday, but I forgot New Year's Eve, and then even like last week too, I had to do some some computer stuff. But I want to say like thank you guys for coming along. I really appreciate it.
No
And,
problem.
I put all
Thank you
your
for having
stuff
us.
like yeah, of course I put all like your links. But if you want to just kind of like put out there where to find you and whatnot, you're here to do so. Like Cedric or Della first. I'm sorry,
Oh.
it looked like we froze for a
Oh
second.
wait, what? I was
you
just
want me
like,
to-
I was like in the
I kinda-
Matrix.
you know, I kind of
what?
just like rambled there anyway. Yeah, where can people find you, Della? You go.
Oh, you can find me at Delacroix606 over on Twitch. You can find me at Della606 on Twitter. You can also find my YouTube, Della606. I don't even know my YouTube, but yeah.
Wait, what
I
happened?
don't know, nigga.
Like, shit
All right, Cedric, how about you?
Everything. I have Instagram Cedric Purcell 906. My YouTube is Cedric Purcell. Facebook, I definitely won't respond there. Probably if you just DM me on Facebook. Facebook is cancer. I can't deal with it at all. Other than that, yeah, everything's just Cedric Purcell. If you ever Google me, look me up. If you want me for a gig and you're in the New England area, I'll come over if you pay me enough. But other than that, yeah. Also, you did text me if you want to see a magic trick. I have one for you.
I want to see magic.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah,
wanna
see
what about
magic?
it? Yeah, I just didn't know. All right, cool.
I'm like a child. Magic, yay.
All right, I have the cell phone right here. Let me see. I just gotta look for something.
I want you
All
to
right, I'm gonna
blow
do it.
Della's mind.
I'm gonna do a quick trick. All right, I'm just gonna.
That's not
See it?
magic.
It's not
That's
magic.
not magic.
All right. I'm
It's
gonna
not
take it up a
magic.
notch. All right. So, snap on, snap off. But if I take it just like this and I rub it,
We gotta clip that.
What the fuck? Are you a fucking wizard?
Oh man.
That was just a little taste. Oh yeah, if you want to go to my channel, I teach magic trick. I won't teach that one. That's actually
What?
from one of my
I
good
want to learn
buddies.
magic now.
Oh my god. Oh, that was you don't by a chance have another one, do you? I mean,
Do I have a give me like 3 seconds. I'm in my office, so I have like a bunch of shit
Yo.
around me. Oh,
all right,
let me
cool,
see.
cool.
I've
Yo, you got
never-
the cape of levitation too?
Just because
now.
I forgot, I was like, yeah, I want to say that for the end, and I thought about it, so I was like, yeah, just to see Della's reaction.
Give me a split second. Let me see.
Yeah. No,
Dude.
take your time.
That was
Your face was so funny. I told you,
bro. Nah. He made
hold
his whole
on.
phone come out
Nah,
that case.
the way my case is set up, nah, that ain't happening.
Bro.
He did that shit mad smooth.
That nigga's a
Just
wizard. Fucking wizard.
Yeah.
That's what the cops are afraid of.
Yeah.
See, that's why the cops say keep your hands where I can see them. 'Cause we be doing that motherfucking magic shit.
Just your surprise face look aggressive too, though. You just like,
Why did you shake? Why did you shake? Why did you shake? Like
because that's you, man. You're like, bro, you walked away from your desk like,
bro, so if I gotta edit that when
man.
it happens, like,
yo, I want that to be clipped. So
All right. You guys ready?
yeah.
All right. So, have any of you guys got a ring stuck in your finger before? Like
Yes.
a ring? You never got?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
So,
definitely
it was-
been stalking me before. Yeah.
Is that okay? Gonna move it a little bit closer.
yo, if this
So
ring
I'm
end up in my finger, I'm gonna be.
I wish I was that good. All right, let me see if it's gonna focus at all. All right, you see it here. All right, so
Yeah.
what I'm gonna take the ring. So the way how you get it off, you don't pull it off this way. The easiest way to do is you drag it to a smaller finger, then you take it off. So I put it on here. So watch. See, it's right here on the index. If I
Mhm.
take it and I give it,
You
little bit
froze.
of-
Oh wait,
Wait,
you froze.
you
You froze.
froze.
All right,
Oh, I
there you are.
froze?
All right, you're good. You're good now. You're good.
Okay. Damn. So if I see it goes to the middle finger just like that.
This man is a fucking wizard.
See, watch right. Rub it. It froze, so I could have cheated. Right here on the
Hold
ring
up.
finger.
Yeah.
See, watch. Ooh. Right there on the pinky. Oh, watch. I could do that again. Now, if I take it here, I put it on the index just like that, so I could pull it off. I could throw it right back on. Just like No. All I did is I pulled it off, I tossed it, and it went back on, but in fast motion. See, it looks just like that. So I could also, oh, my hand's a little sticky. Damn it.
Spiderman over
I'm fast and I'm sticky. All right, see, if I took my first two fingers here, I could do it one-handed, but it's way harder. If I took my first two fingers here, so I put on my first finger, see, I shake. See, it goes down just like that. See, a lot of people think it goes right through my finger. That doesn't make any sense, but if it did, it would look more like that.
I hate wizards.
I can't even find a good angle for this. Ah, damn it. I can't even do it. That was terrible, but yeah.
That's I can do that.
That was still great. That was
Yo.
still great.
Thank you so much. I'm like
Okay,
a child.
you-
You can see I'm like a
Thanks for
child
watching.
because I love magic.
That's awesome. I'm glad that you were able to get done.
I know, I was driving home and I see a text and I see it. It was like, "Can you do a magic trick?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I will.
No, thanks a lot, Cedric, for that. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you.
All right. But yeah, everyone, thanks for joining us. This was what I thought it would be a funny ass stream. But yeah, I'm gonna in the process of trying to kind of like remodel things that I want to do stream wise when I do the live streams, maybe having a specific like just call it like an event where I have like permanent guests on and then we have people that come on the show. So yeah, there's gonna be more updates on that. I'm gonna, kind of just try and flesh it out more. But yeah, thanks everyone for the support. Love you all, and hope you have a
Wait,
great
wait,
rest
wait,
of your
wait,
night.
wait. So before you go, there's
Yeah.
one trick I've never performed before. I actually have it right here. I just want to try it real quick. All
Okay.
right. So I have this box right here. You see, I got a stick of tape. You know why?
Why?
There's actually a playing card right here. You don't see it, but if I just take it, I shake it. See, it's there. And it disappears. So just like that.
Okay.
That was really it.
That was face almost. Oh my! You look mad.
The first time I saw that, I was pissed. I was like, "How the fuck did he do that?" Thank you guys. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. I know you guys are. I'm fucking starving. I know you guys are probably tired or hungry too.
Oh yeah, I'm hungry though.
I'm about to put rings on my finger now. I'm just fucking the Mandarin.
Start shooting it at people.
All right, y'all have a great one. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Take it easy. Bye.